Your Squatchin Sports Podcast, episode 35. We had to look this up prior.
We did.
This is the KD episode.
Or the
KD
Yogi Berra
against Kevin
episode.
Durant, or Yogi Berra episode. If it's KD, we're going to yam some sports knowledge on you.
Wow.
If it's Yogi Berra, I can assume he just going yard on you guys for the sports knowledge.
Dropping nukes.
Episode 35, post-Thanksgiving podcast. I'm still recovering. How are you guys doing?
We're here.
We're hanging.
Yeah?
I'm a little under the weather, boys. It's like that.
No.
Like, yeah, you know when you're never like you're not fully sick, but you wake up in the morning and like as you lay down at night, you're just super stuffy. The throat gets real dry and crackly, and then you just wake up feeling like dog shit. That's been me for like the last 3-4 days. But nothing shoveling 8 inches of snow off your fucking 50-foot driveway won't heal.
Oh no, you had 8 inches of snow up there?
Oh, it snowed, homie. It big snowed.
Oh man, wow.
Yeah.
That's not
But
fun.
on a positive note, went and saw Mom's down in Pittsburgh. And listen, okay, so there's a backstory behind this hoodie. I got this hoodie at the ripe age of 14 years old after my freshman baseball season. Okay, now I want you guys to picture this. Right now, I'm 6'2", like 210, 220, okay? This bitch fits me, like comfy fits me, right? My freshman year of high school, I was 4'11", 95 pounds. And they got me this fucking hoodie. It's the same hoodie. It's the same thing. Central Catholic Baseball, last name on the back, same fucking thing. And now it fits me. So I hadn't seen this thing in, I'm not even joking, over a decade. I just assumed it ended up with some ex-girlfriend and was one of the fallen soldiers of the hoodies, boys. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? I go down to my mom's basement. It's like your standard, like stereotypical Pittsburgh basement, just like dark, dingy, concrete everything. More cobwebs than fucking air molecules in there, right? I'm going through like she has 3 like white, basically standing closets, we'll call them. Go through the first one, not in there. Go through the second one, not in there. But I see like my brother's high school shit, like his Letterman jacket and like some other fucking volleyball central swag. I get to the last one and I see gray sweater type material. And I'm like, could it be? I unzip it. I unzip the top. And then I just hear the fucking Holy Grail like, oh, boom, baby. Shit was right there. I was so pumped. I put it on just to make sure it fit and took it off immediately because it smelled like 15 years of mildew. So I got it washed. I got it on. We in the game, baby. We in the game.
Hey,
yeah,
nice.
So that's my Thanksgiving story. Other than that, lots of booze, lots of turkey, you know?
Yep.
Mom was setting you up for the future.
That's right. Still growing to this.
Yeah.
My Thanksgiving story was I woke up Thursday at Michelle's parents, and we're sitting down there eating lunch or eating breakfast. Look outside, it's like 52 degrees. Oh, it's pretty nice out. Her dad goes, I can see if anybody's on the golf course. We can go golfing. It's like, okay. I don't know clubs, but we'll figure it out.
Sure thing,
So he
Pop.
works there. Yeah, he works there. And called down. They're like, yeah, there's no one out here. Come on out. So my parents were out of town, so I snuck down to my parents' house, grabbed my dad's clubs, went out, played like 15 holes.
I have a question.
Yes.
Did you get permission to use the clubs?
I did.
Dude, you're a much better kid than me. But anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Well, I called
club.
first to make sure they were still there because he could have took them to Pittsburgh.
Ah.
So at that point.
So that's why.
Yeah. Played pretty decent.
At that point, I was taking them regardless.
Yeah, wasn't my clubs. My swing speed's harder than what his clubs are made for, but made do with it.
Light flex.
Light flex. What would you do?
Oh, we cooked.
From what I heard, you cooked and you tried to survive on Thanksgiving while cooking.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. You had Friendsgiving at your crib on Wednesday, didn't you?
Yeah, so for all you boys and girls out there, do not have Friendsgiving the night before Thanksgiving.
Oh, my God.
because Thanksgiving was rough.
Did you spend the day with Kylie's family?
Yes, I agreed to cook everything. Hey, we cooked everything. Not to mention, at 10 a.m. that morning, when we were feeling in the dumps, I cooked one of the best bets I've made in a long time.
Ooh.
Yep, it was a good one.
Was it only cooking in the kitchen?
Oh yeah. Got to the Rent's house, was sitting there cooking, and I hadn't watched the game at all because they were watching something else with the kids. I looked down at my phone, saw it hit, and I wanted to be like very happy. I also was at family, so I had to get that like inner fist pump, and then we went back to it. Yeah, that one. But yeah, it was a good time. DJ life.
Alexa, stop.
Yep.
But yeah, food.
Well, I hope everybody that's out there watching had a great Thanksgiving. Now we are on to the holiday season, the most wonderful time of the year.
Dude, isn't it the best sports time of the year? Isn't it?
It really is.
It is.
It's fucking freezing outside, snow on the ground,
Best sport. Yeah.
football's in full
Best
swing.
sports time. Atmosphere is just great.
Yeah.
We finished that great in the Christmas.
But
What'd you say?
I said no disrespect to baseball, but this I love this.
Yeah, it's like the only thing not going on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they we decorated the house yesterday, got it all finished. Just waiting on getting a tree. It's all comfy and cozy. Love it. Do a little tree here.
Yeah, it's cute. Oh, E, did you do the did you hop on for that Black Friday weekend deal for the Verizon Home Internet for the Xbox?
I did not. We have
You didn't.
FiOS.
Oh, so you don't qualify.
Yeah. So it wouldn't have worked out, unfortunately.
I'm shocked. Like, I was outside today letting Roscoe out, and I had just let him back in. I was still out there. And I saw the UPS truck, bro. He hit – I'm not even exaggerating. There's a bend on my street, right? Before the bend, there's probably like 6 or 7 houses. After he got off the bend, he hit one house, skipped a house, hit that house, skipped a house, hit my house. Hands me this box. I was like, oh, this got to be the VHI. I open it. It's a fucking Xbox. They fulfilled the promo before I even got the fucking device.
Cancel.
So, yeah. So
About that internet.
So we went upstairs. No, if I canceled, I got to pay for the Xbox.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And even still, because we're obviously Chris still works there. We got the dealer account. You have to have the Verizon Home Internet on your account for 6 months or 180 days before you can cancel and not get charged out. So even then, that comes out to $240. Plus, if this works better, we can get rid of Spectrum, which is fucking $90 a month. So, what's up,
Right.
Sausage?
Yeah.
You coming to be on TV?
This is your.
I'll hug you over here. Love
This is the Verizon Home Internet, like the what we sell wirelessly, right? Like what we would sell.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
not the
there's
not
no
the.
files up here.
Gotcha. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
if,
I mean, if
it could be here. I don't know.
If you have FiOS, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won't
That makes
ship where
sense.
they
When I was
eat,
looking
you know what I
at,
mean?
when I was looking at 4G LTE, like the other Verizon Home Internet, it wasn't offered.
Yeah. So who knows, man? I mean, if this works out, it'll be fantastic. The only thing that concerns me, and John, I think you were telling me something about it. You said that they have like extenders basically on the website or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So once it comes in, we're just gonna disconnect everything in our house, throw it all on to the VHI, and see what it's running at. Because I mean, the biggest things are obviously the TVs and the PlayStation.
Have you ran a speed test just off your mobile data?
Off my mobile data?
Like on your phone?
No, but I can right now.
Obviously, it's going to run a little higher.
Yeah.
But the biggest problem for example, like with me right here, mine's a little different. I don't know how do you have a back door to your basement?
No.
So you're in, okay.
It's underground.
So you're in the ground.
Yeah, it's underground. I mean, I'm running it right now, and I'm pulling over. God damn. This shit might work, boys.
What's it at?
I'm pulling over 480, and it settled at 494 download. My upload is
Then you'll be fine.
My upload's like 60.
Yeah, so you'll get those extenders like I told you, and put one in the basement, one upstairs. There's no reason not. I tell customers there's no reason not to get them. They're free.
Yeah.
Bet.
So,
I have to wait for it to come in though, right?
yeah. And then you sign in through the app. You put one in your master room and one in your basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason. Like I said, my basement would be a different story because I have a door out the back, so like my service isn't as bad. But
Yeah.
dude, I can't wait till we get it. And what's crazy is where I live, the houses after the apartment's in, the houses are qualified.
And your apartment's not?
Like, I can look at the guy
Yeah.
and say, "Hey, you have home internet?" Because he came in my store the other day, and I was like, "He's like, yeah, my Jonathan Lane." I'm like, "Yeah, you qualify."
Maybe maybe they just won't allow apartments to get it.
They do apartments, but it's only like that area has to get it. So I don't know if, like, for example, like, our apartment, where you used to live, if the apartment has to open it up, I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
That's possible. That is
because
possible.
a lot of them apartments have contracts, like with Spectrum and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
But, I mean, shit,
when we lived in apartments, they're all like when we lived together, Jimmy. They were all Xfinity.
Right. So
yeah,
who knows? But yeah, I mean, dude, I don't even care about paying for two of them for $90 if it works.
Right.
I'm just tired of it not working.
Yeah.
So
all right, boys.
We'll see.
Well,
that
was our
internet read.
That was our quick little Verizon home internet. What we used to do plug.
Yeah.
We're all very.
If your address qualifies, make sure you call McCoy's Locks.
That's right.
Flash the number on the screen and put it out for all the internet to see, except for Belarus and Russia.
Yeah, you guys
might qualify.
Sorry about it. All right.
Oh man,
let's kick it off.
Did somebody say kick?
No pun intended. McCoy, you want to throw it up there?
Oh!
Kicking it with lip. The two shoes.
I'm gonna put these back before I get my ass beat.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure those aren't yours.
Yeah, they look pretty nice. Fuck yeah, bro, they're heels. Boysies, we are back from the international break. I had to work all weekend out of town, but I did not have to be at work too early to see the Liverpool City game. And I'm not going to lie, I'm actually rather pleased with the outcome. It ended in a 1-1 draw. City scored in the first half. We scored a little bit later in the second half. Both teams also had multiple chances to put more balls in the net. Some good goalkeeping, some poor finishing combination. But, if you can go to Etihad Stadium and play the back-to-back champs who just won a treble last year and play them to a draw, I'll fucking take it.
You're
winning. You know what I mean? I'll take that shit. That's obviously you want to walk away from every game with 3 points, but sometimes 1 point is a lot bigger than 0. And I hope you guys understand what I mean by that. Like, because then City gains that much more, right? So
yeah.
That was just huge. I'm very pleased with how it turned out. I actually, while I was at work, well, I'll get to that in a second. Let's go one day of the Prem at a time. Quick little rundown, boys. West Ham beat Burnley, no surprise. Luton Town, give it up for the Town, baby. At home in the apartment complex, beating Crystal Palace 2-1. Go ahead, Town boys, the Tannies. Newcastle, Chelsea. Newcastle 4, Chelsea 1. You love to see it. You truly love to see it, Johnny. Brighton went into Nottingham Forest and beat them 3-2. The Bournemouth Cherries beating up on Sheffield United, which I don't want to say they're the most surprising team in the Prem, but of the three that got promoted, I thought they'd be doing the best. But it's right now it's the Townies, and then your boys Johnny Cakes took they made it interesting, didn't they? Had to wait until the 89th minute, but y'all got the 3 points and catapulted you into first on the table.
It was sketchy.
Arsenal 30, City 29, Liverpool 28, Aston Villa 28. Liverpool's got a +4 on the goal differential. That's why they're ahead. And that brings me to Sunday.
Let's get to the Prem and then we'll come back to that game. Let's get to the Prem and come back to that game.
Oh, finish the Prem?
Yeah.
Well, we're
gonna come back.
There was 2 games on Sunday. We're gonna touch that one in a second. The other one was, again, as you'd expect, Man United beat Everton 3-0, and then I'll touch Monday real quick. Fulham beat Wolverhampton 3-2. See, I'm just so excited to talk about it. It's already coming out. It's coming. Fucking Tottenham, bro. Fucking Tottenham, baby. Y'all suck. Y'all fucking suck. Y'all ain't shit without VAR, Ian. You started growing that mustache, they started losing, bro.
Hey, don't blame the mustache. This is elegant.
Put it up, John. Put it up again. The mustache is. Oh yeah, give me the thumbs down mode. Let's go. All right, so let me tell you all a story. Okay, real quick. Is there a mustache? Let me tell you all a story real quick. So, I happened to cross a gentleman while I was working on Saturday, who had a very distinct English accent. After doing my duties, we just kind of chopped into a casual conversation. This was like the end of the night. I'm talking like 4 minutes left, right? So I started talking to him, and so he knew I knew what I was talking about. I said, "Who's your footy team?" Once I learned he was from England, all right? And he said Aston Villa. Well, he didn't say Aston Villa. He said Aston Villa, or whatever, however the fuck they talk over there.
Like how they really say it.
And I said, "Oh, y'all got Tottenham tomorrow." And he was like, "Yeah, we do. I don't know how it's going to turn out." I was like, "My buddy's a really big Tottenham fan, but only for like 20 minutes. So I hope y'all beat them because that was a goal." And he's like, "You know what? I hate Liverpool, but that was a goal." And then we started talking about like, you know, all the other teams, like how he hates Newcastle fans and hates so-and-so and hates so-and-so. And he said, he told me he was from Birmingham, which is the second biggest city in England. And he was like, "People in Manchester will tell you it's Manchester, but it's not. I don't know. Apparently there's a lot of beef in England about what size your city is." But I was thinking about him because he said, "I'm not sure I'm going to wake up and watch it. I don't know how it's going to go," because obviously the game was in Tottenham. And boy, oh boy, did it go well. Did it go well. And you know what? That's good for Villa. I mean, Ian, I like taking shots at Tottenham, but I do secretly root for my friends' teams to win, except for the fucking Cleveland Browns. I will never, ever, 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 ever do that. But yeah, if Arsenal and Tottenham aren't playing Liverpool and it's not going to affect the table too much, I hope you guys pull out some dubs. Doug talking about still a loss for Liverpool. I couldn't disagree more. I'm not sure if you were hearing the beginning of the conversation, but oh yeah, you would have been. I think it's closer to a win than a loss for Liverpool because, like I said, we get them at home and we already played them to a draw. Everybody in here on this podcast and in the chat knows that Arsenal's not going to fucking sustain the lead. It's just not going to happen.
Easy.
Buddy, come on. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's not a hippopotamus. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is.
To grow some ears.
It is what it is.
It's a platypus.
Yeah, exactly. A flat-footed platypus. So
But I mean,
there's still big talks about sanctions for Man City. That was another thing that gentleman and I were talking about. Everton ended up in a similar situation and got a 10-point deduction. So that basically guarantees their relegation. So if City now, another good point is Everton doesn't have the money of City, so City can get some more baller ass lawyers. But if a point deduction comes, that's going to hurt City's chances because the top is looking good.
You're right.
Shit, if you look at first, we can even say down to ninth, the difference is 10 points. That's
right.
3 wins and a draw, right? But more importantly, the top 4 are separated by 2 points. 30, 29, 28, 28. Exciting time of the year, boys. Exciting time of the year. Some more World Cup qualifiers will be coming up, I think in late December. I'm pretty sure they do another break I think they do a break every month. Today we had some more group stage action for the Champions League. Biggest name. PSG and Newcastle played to a draw. Dortmund beat AC Milan. Man City beat Leipzig after Johnny texted and said City about to go down. That's when I started shoveling the driveway. I came back in. So you texted that with 20 minutes left. I shoveled the driveway, came back in, and the game was fucking over. I was like, oh, yeah, I'll go in and maybe check out the rest of that. Nope. But yeah, that's all I got, boys. Short little kicking it with Lip. Shout out Luton Town, avoiding relegation, catching that dub.
My biggest shout out on soccer this week is West Ham above Chelsea.
No surprise there.
Love to see it.
And then just real quick, I don't touch on them very often, but I've taken a liking to the team Sheffield Wednesday. They got promoted out of League One last season, which is the third tier in England, and got up to the Championship, which is the second tier. And they are currently 24th out of 24, boys. They have 6 points. Yeah, they are going to go back down with a swiftness. If the season ended today, Leicester and Ipswich would come up to the Premier League, and then the third team would be determined by a playoff, which would be between West Brom and Hull, and then Leeds and Southampton. Then the winners would play, and that winner would get in. That is also a very exciting time of the year. That like late May, when the season's wrapping up and you're finding out who's winning the leagues and everything like that, but then you get to see who gets relegated, who gets promoted. That's one of the things that's so attractive about soccer, bro, is like there's not teams like the Cardinals that are just perennially trash, or like until recently, like the Browns were just dog shit, or the Lions were dog shit every year. Mm-hmm. And you just had to like fucking suck through it. You know what I mean? But it's cool that they bounce them up and down. Only once in the history of the Premier League did someone win the league after getting promoted that season. And that was Leicester, actually, back in 2015. The Leicester Foxes. Damn. Yeah. So don't know if it'll ever happen again, but a little fun fact for you. Thank y'all for kicking it. That's all I got.
Great segment. Great segment, as per usual. As per usual, minus the whole Tottenham shit, but that's their fault, not yours.
I love it.
Yeah, you're right. Same.
Moving on.
Let's get into it.
What are we talking about next? Fantasy?
We got some fantasy foosball.
Oh, not yet, Jimmy. Not yet.
We'll start with it. We'll get there. Trust me, because I feel your pain.
No, y'all do your thing. Yeah. What up, Mark?
So we're gonna get into this a little bit with the trade deadline. I know a couple leagues you probably are, if not a week after, maybe this week. Some I saw were week 13. I know for a lot of people who do redrafts, this is a big thing, but us three in here, we do Dynasty. We love Dynasty. That's what we live by. I enjoy it. It's very fun to do Dynasty.
Yeah, I'm glad we did that.
Dude, it just makes fantasy that much better.
Oh my god, yeah,
it really does. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think about some of the trades you saw out there and some of the stuff you wish you would have took?
So, shout out to my buddy from work, Montel and I. And him have a fantasy chat that we talk about all the time. But he made a trade today for JJ in a redraft league. He traded Mike Evans and Rashee Rice for Justin Jefferson. I think that was it.
That's not terrible.
Kind of good for both sides, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
so it also depends on where their record is.
He got Noah Brown?
Correct. So you got Jefferson and
Noah
Brown for Mike Evans and Rashee Rice. Yep.
Honestly, fucking any of Houston's top 3 receivers are viable.
Yeah.
Correct.
I mean, in a redraft, that's not terrible at all.
No, I don't think so at all. That makes his starting wide receivers Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and Devontae Adams.
So he's got 3 studs who you don't know if they're actually going to score.
Right. Yeah.
Right. That's the problem.
He's got 3 of the best receivers in the league who you're like,
busted ass quarterbacks.
Yeah, Dobbs came crashing down to earth. Good thing they called him the Pastronaut because that motherfucker was the challenger, bro.
Yeah. You get a pick.
Right.
You get a pick.
Oprah out there dishing it.
Yeah. So on paper, his wide receivers are
on paper
nuts, but
dope wide receivers.
The Browns also were great on paper a couple years ago. We saw what happened there. So,
Ooh.
Right. Well, you guys, what do you see? No, I made a trade in my keeper league before last week. Yeah. I am fighting for a playoff spot in that league, and I traded. Let me pull it up again. You guys can go ahead and mention yours. I gotta pull the trade. I know who I got in return. I can't remember who I gave.
Go ahead, Jimbo.
What am I doing?
Did you have any crazy trades come to you, or see any crazy trades in any of your leagues?
No, I mean I was getting undressed for the number 1 overall pick next season, and it just wouldn't go through.
7-win streak.
What's that? Yeah, 7-game win streak. 5-game losing streak to start the year. 7-game win streak now. Like what the fuck?
Yeah. I'll try to stop that this week, but it ain't looking great,
dude. But at any rate, I was throwing out anything I could, and then I was throwing just capital. It said for those 2 picks this year, those 2 first rounders he has, which is mine and his, which will probably be number 2. And mine will, at worst, be 5, for reasons which I will touch on in a moment. But, I mean, I tried to throw him. So I have 2 first-rounders this year, 4 first-rounders next year, and 3 first-rounders in 2026. And I offered him all 4 of my 2025 first-round picks for those 2 first-rounders in 2024, and he wouldn't take it. And I basically did the same thing for Dame, except I threw all of the first-round picks that I have. So 9 first-round picks for that number 1, hopefully number 1 overall pick. I mean, number 1 overall pick.
Right.
Gibbs, Amon-Ra, and one other player. I can't remember. It might have been Muth, actually. And it got declined, which I can definitely understand that. But then I also offered 3 first rounds in 25 for that presumable number 1 overall, and that got declined, which was kind of surprising, but is what it is. I mean, I don't really have any names on my team right now to bait with, honestly. Right. I mean, I have receivers, but I don't want to just like, that's my core and that's my future. Like my receivers now are Olave, Tank Dell, Pickens, and Puka, which is not a bad rotation, but dude, who fucking knows what's going to happen with the Rams? I mean, Puka had 6.7 points, Cooper Kupp had 4.8, and the Rams went off, and it was all Kyron Williams.
Right.
And then Royce Freeman with that 1 rushing touchdown.
Right.
So yeah, that's where I landed with the trades, and then like I said, I'll tie it back in a minute when we get to the trust your gut segment, boys.
Yeah. I mean,
so I traded. I found it real quick. Sorry. So I traded Godwin, Scary Terry, and Keaton Mitchell, and I got back. This is
who was the last one? Sorry,
draft keeper. Keaton Mitchell.
Okay.
And I got back Stephon Diggs and Yonta Foreman. I needed a receiver.
I see it.
My running backs are fine, but my running backs are now Saquon, Kyron, Javonte Williams, and then receivers are Devonta Smith, Puka, Stephon Diggs. Those are like my core. So I needed
pretty solid.
Yeah.
Needed Diggs.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
What's your McCoy?
I mean,
chat, whatever trade you got.
Yeah, post them out there. Obviously ours ended, I think, the previous week. But the other Dynasty
I think that's standard.
The other Dynasty League, JC's Brothers League, ended this week. So on Sunday, I said, you guys, you know what? send me whatever trades you got. Dumbest thing I ever said in my life. Because the trades I got were crazy.
Bobby jumps in, tries to start trading our league.
I got this one from this dude. Mind you, I've traded with him before, and great trades. Great trades. He sends me Gabe Davis and Chuba Hubbard for Devontae Smith in a dynasty league.
You love Chuba.
I do, because it was my only option. This is not my only option, Jimmy.
I love him, but not that much.
Like I don't have a lot of running backs in this league, but that's not my only options. Like when it comes down to like, there's no RB on my bench besides Dalvin Cook, Chuba Hubbard's starting.
Right.
But yeah, so I got that one. I was like, listen, but I think I didn't even like rebuttal. I was like, we're a little far off. The biggest one I was trying to work throughout the night with him, we couldn't get it done. I was trying to send Derrick Henry to somebody for cheap. I had one guy that bid on him, obviously Dynasty. I don't know how much longer he has, with Spears being back there. But I tried doing him, Dottle, my first round pick for Pittman and Eckler. And
I don't know, man. Eckler's looking pretty done too.
He is. But the guy said no, and after he said no, I was like, I'm kind of glad you said no.
Right. I saw him in that Sunday night game, dude, and he broke free and was down the sideline. And like 2-3 years ago, Eckler, house call. And it looked like homie was running like Jay Ajayi, bro. That man was slow than a motherfucker. Now, granted, he'd probably dust me in a race, but I'm not a professional athlete.
Correct.
And then I think my third one was I had Tua, Nick Chubb for Henry, Flowers, and my second and third, and the guy said no.
Damn, I'm surprised you're willing to let go of Zay Flowers. That kid might be the best wide receiver. Okay, hold on. So far, he's the best wide receiver to come out of that class. I think Puka's the only one that you can contend with him. And you could probably actually have a decent conversation about that.
But yeah, and we only draft
a fifth round guy versus a first round guy.
Yeah, right. So I was getting Tua, Chubb, giving up Flowers, Henry, and my second.
You wouldn't have Addison up there?
Yeah.
No, yeah, you could put Addison in the conversation too. I think some of it's perpetuated by Justin Jefferson being hurt. But again, I said it before. That's like a AB Juju situation. Yeah. Oh, we got a spam message. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Oh, Rush is back. But no, it was weird. Like, I mean, my biggest thing I told you guys is quarterbacks in that league, and I don't think Tua is long term, but he does throw up points. So, yeah. And the guy goes, I don't want to let go of Tua. I was like, oh, so you don't want my second, third, and Zay Flowers? Okay. Mm-hmm. So, so no real big trades in that league. Kept a hold of my team and put up the most points this week in that league. So,
boy.
That will segment us into the next part. And before Jimmy lets his anger out, I'll let my anger out, because this league, we pay the person who scores the most points in a week $50. And I missed it because I did not go with my gut. And I did not start Kyron.
Oh, you fucking idiot.
Because I was like, the Rams, they don't like to hurt people. They like to let them chill. So what I do, I started a Ram and started Cooper Kupp. So try going from 40 to 4.
Oh, no.
And the top scoring person before this week was 256, and I would have had 270. So
Yikes.
that was
hurts.
probably one of my trust your gut. On top of that, in the ESPN league, I also did not start Kyron Williams.
Mm.
And I lost by 7 points.
Mm.
My running backs went 12 and 14.
Not for nothing, that's still decent showings from running backs. That's a tough L to swallow.
Yeah. So
Well, Johnny,
Kyron Williams this week.
If it's any consolation, in our Squatchin Sports Podcast League, I did start Kyron Williams against your brother, and I still lost. So
there we go.
There you go.
Speaking of that league, I was so happy I beat Kyle this week. Well, Brian,
I think I lost.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fucking 2 and 10 in that league. It can suck it.
Are you in that one? Oh, yay. You are.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The top is heavy.
The week I traded for Kyron, he went on IR. So, whatever it is, what it is.
The top is heavy in that league. But Jimmy,
let's
hear
it. Yeah, let's talk about it, boys. So, I was... Come here, beautiful.
Close your ears.
I was fighting for my shred of a hope of a playoff berth this week against the 10-1 Tiggle Gritties, Ian Beck himself. All week long, I had my lineup set. I had it set from before last week ended, and I had Keaton Mitchell starting. I did some reading after I got off work. Did some more research. Gus Edwards, going into the Sunday night game, was on a 5-game touchdown streak. Minimum 1 touchdown. I'm like, okay, they're playing the Chargers. This is fucking... Bye, sweetie. I'll put you back in your bed. This is fucking gravy, right? This is... I'm like, this has to be the lockiest lock of all locks. So, I'm on my way to the restaurant, bro. I went back to the hotel, watched the end of the Chiefs-Eagles game, which was a phenomenal fucking football game. It went into OT, so it ended at like 8 o'clock Eastern Standard. Kickoff is about to fucking happen, and I still have Keaton Mitchell in. I'm on my way to the restaurant. I pull up my phone, and I put in Gus Edwards. Ian, do you have Sleeper up? Pull up Sleeper, share your screen, show them the matchup the people deserve to see.
So as he pulled this up, I did not know this was going to be a trust your gut because this was a big bet for me. And when I saw Gus Edwards allergic to the field that night, I mean, thankfully he got his 25 yards, but holy.
Yeah, that was a sweat, I bet.
Woo!
Yeah. I knew I was in trouble when, and I'm big on Keaton Mitchell, but I knew I was in trouble when I saw him the whole first drive. So, Ian. Oh, also, I have this game in the bag. I'm Gucci. I'm feeling great. Then that fucking Eagles-Bills game goes into overtime. Eagles-Bills. I said Chiefs. It was Eagles-Bills. Sorry. Goes into overtime. Okay, and I'm sitting pretty. I had him beat. If overtime didn't happen, I had him beat. Josh Allen, very good quarterback. Exceptionally good fantasy football quarterback. I did not need him to have the biggest week of his life on Sunday. And again, perpetuated by OT. Because don't forget, Swift had a couple catches on that game-winning touchdown drive in OT. It added up. But I digress. So, Gus Edwards, solid showing of 4.7 points. They won the game pretty handedly. They don't fucking care, nor should they. They're doing their job. This has nothing to do with them. I'm not one of those guys that like, oh, you screwed me, blah, blah, blah. No, fuck that. But I put him in like 11 minutes before kickoff.
Scroll down.
And I took out Keaton Mitchell. So 4.7 points. Wait. Well, sorry. Make sure everybody sees the final again. I lost by 5.5 points. Now you may scroll, sir.
He needed 10. He needed 10 points.
I needed 10.21 to win. I mean, we don't got to go fucking slow motion here, bro. I'm already in enough pain.
Slow motion for him.
And there is Keaton Mitchell.
Like, on the dot.
I would have beat you by 7/10 of a point.
Yeah.
Or technically 69/10 of a point. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, McCoy.
I saw it. I just saw it. I was about to tell you.
So that hurts. And that is why, guys, just trust your gut. That's the name of this little mini segment. If you think you have a good feeling about something, don't get too fucking cute. If it's like when you watch The League, if y'all have never seen that show, highly recommend it, particularly if you like fantasy football. But if you just like to fucking laugh, watch that show. And Ruxin does his tinker stinkers and fucks himself out of wins. I was Ruxin without the diarrhea. I was Ruxin and just did too much. And now James Robinson, not even on a fucking team. This guy was a fantasy god 3 seasons ago. He's 25 years old and can't get a fucking job. In this economy, you can't find work.
Bag it up, baby.
In this climate?
I mean, and then like you look at it, there was a couple other things I could have did differently. Like the only other thing that I thought about doing was starting Kraft over Schultz. But Schultz had been on such a heater lately, and I mean, if you look at it, Kraft is he was very heavily touchdown dependent. Mm-hmm. I never would have started Jalen Hyatt over any of my receivers that I have in. Plus, Olave did everything you see there before halftime and got concussed. So, just the way it goes, Ian. I hope you win it because I would much rather give this trophy to you than a fucking Browns fan.
I will add on to that Trust Your Gut segment real quick. As we talked about last week, I alluded to possibly starting Lamar Jackson against the Chargers this week. Which would
have been a good play.
Awful.
No one would have blamed you.
Right. But then my gut literally couldn't let me take Josh Allen out of the starting spot. Just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it. And thank God I didn't.
Yeah. And I even texted you because at the beginning of that game, Josh Allen looked like shit. Eagles defense looked good. And then the man just started turning it on. The man was fucking high stepping on fucking 15-yard runs to the end zone. Right. And I texted Ian. I was like, man, I was kind of surprised you didn't start Lamar this week. Well, be in good call. Because what did Lamar finish with? Like 12,
13.
14, 13?
Yeah, 13 points.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when you trust your gut, boys. You get dubs. And when you don't, you take L's right on the chinny chin chin like the fucking 3 little pigs.
So for anyone out there, do not start Kyron this week because he probably will not do anything.
I mean, you can't not, dude. I think that's a cold fucking take. That is ice cold. That is my front yard take right there. Just covered in snow, freezing cold.
Who do they play? They play Cleveland.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, no, I'm saying like
because I'm going to start him in 2 weeks this week, and he's going to score 6.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, so it is. I mean, it's been written on the wall for a while now, but it's officially freckles and tattoo rebuilding season, baby. We see how quick we can get this bitch back in the home. That's it.
That's what I did last year.
That's it. Yeah, you finished 11th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I'll bounce back like cook crack just like my man Ian did. And you didn't have your number 2 overall pick. Did you pick in the first round at all? You did?
Yeah, I traded for Josh Allen, which included a pick. Because I gave McCoy. Who did I trade you, McCoy?
That was for what was the running back? Was it Gus?
It tells you, right? No.
Yeah, you'd have to
No,
go
I
to the
got
player and
Gus
look at the
from-
history.
Yeah, I got Gus from Bobby. There we go. Yeah. So I got Josh Allen and Tyler Algier. The first, the third, and a second in 2025 for DJ Moore, Rashad Penny, Damian Pierce. A first, second, and a second.
We'll
I'll
see.
take it.
You got
Yep.
2 heavy weeks ahead of us.
Yeah,
You do,
this
Ian?
week's
I'll tell you
gonna
this.
be- Jimmy, I don't think I'm gonna take a dub this week, man. Big game, Bame might get another win.
Yikes.
Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson are out,
Oof.
so I'm starting Derek Carr or Will Levis, and I'm leaning towards Will Levis because they play Indianapolis.
But I mean, at the same time, dude, I say it all the time. Fuck a bye week. Take the L. Especially you're 11-1,
I ain't too
bro.
worried
Like,
about it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I ain't
you're
too worried
11-1.
about it.
Worst
I just
case,
wanna lose.
yeah. Right. No, I hear that. Worst case scenario, you finish 12-2 and end up as the 2 seed or whatever. Because I think Handel has you on points.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he's got you by about just 53 points,
hmm
and that's the tie break.
Yeah.
Oh no, he
Hoping
lost
Noah
though.
Brown-
He lost, so he's 9-3. Yeah,
Oh,
I
hell
forgot
yeah.
he lost this week.
Yeah, you'd have to win twice, and he would win twice, or lose twice,
yeah.
and he'd win twice.
And then your last week, you play this asshole, so should be good.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to lose that week.
No, John, actually, like respectfully, I need you to lose out, dude. I need one of these picks to be semi-early.
McCoy, I play you the week that JJ comes back,
That makes sense.
and I hope he balls out, bro.
I hope he's still wearing his sunglasses. He can't see.
I hope it's the last fucking, what do they call that? Infinity Stone. Fucking Garland, bro.
No, I mean, to be honest, this loss this past week kind of pretty much put me at like I have to get lucky now.
Wait a minute, boys. I didn't realize Shaq won this week.
Yeah,
Hold up, wait a minute. Oh, he did win.
He did. He beat Gary by 6. But
Mhm.
same thing, he would have to finish with a better record than said. Yeah, he'd have to finish with a better record than said to
yeah.
lose that number.
I mean, so I was looking at this too, and it's kind of crazy if we look at our league. I was talking to Metzger. The dude's got cupcake to finish the year.
Brandon does.
Who does?
Yeah,
Yeah, he has
yeah.
Shaq and I believe Gary.
yeah, it's Shaq and Gary because I was looking at that too because that was basically my only scenario. Right, would have been Casey beat Brandon last week, which he didn't,
Yeah.
and then I beat you, which I didn't. So yeah. Looking forward to the draft, boys. I'm already starting to plan. Already got plans written up in here.
Yep.
Up in here.
I can't wait for the freaking trade window to open up again.
Right.
I love-
you
Love trades, bro. It's just
yeah, long season.
even if I
Yeah.
don't actually do them, I just love like just tinkering.
Yeah,
Right.
I feel that.
So we'll see. But let's get into the last segment so we can go through it pretty fast here.
Let's do it.
We got one of, if not the only, Bet Life. Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, we got some different bets for the week. Some stuff we normally talk about, some betting stuff and what we'd like and all that kind of stuff. We're gonna try to give you guys some stuff going into the week. I don't know what Ian has here, but Ian, if you want to kick it off, we can get into some stuff here real quick with the NHL.
yeah. Let me pull up some games here.
We got a late night game here for you.
Yes, sir. So we kind of worked on one earlier. It's actually it's 2 bets in one. Except the one, it's just one bet. So it's
Yeah.
a 5-legger, but it's a shot on goal 5-legger. So it's running now. Should take it, but we're working on the Tampa Bay game and the Vegas game. So Stamkos and Braden Point, both with 2+ shots on goal, and then Eichel, McDavid, and Draisaitl all with 2+ shots on goal. Right now, Braden Point and Jack Eichel both have 1. So out of all the people that I would want to have at least half, it would be those two, because McDavid's going to shoot the puck, Draisaitl's going to shoot the puck, Stamkos going to shoot the puck. So we should be okay.
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to what I told you the other night. So when it comes down to betting and you make these tiered things, you want your guys like your little like wild cards to get their stuff out of the way, because your athletes, your stars, they're going to come through. It's just going to happen, right? So yeah, I think we're good there. For any of you guys, there is a little bit of time on it. You got the Ducks and Canucks late night.
Ducks and Ducks.
I didn't touch too much on it, but I'm shying away from first period overs because they've been beating me up lately. But yeah, I would take the over in this game, just a complete over. So
the line.
I'd be into that. That's all I have in NBA there. For NHL, I got NBA coming up here. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, you touch NBA. I'm not the NBA guru, but I did salvage my night last night by betting James Harden to hit 3+ 3-pointers live, and it was plus 350 at the time. And I won $50 on it. It was money, and then I did 4+ too, because I was like 450, and I was like, he's got it. He only has to hit 3 more threes. Like, James Harden loves threes, and then he shot that third 3, and he never shot one again for the last quarter and a half. It makes no sense, but that's what happened.
Yeah, we were.
That's why Vegas wins.
Yep. We were on that DGen Life last night. I had that Westbrook over, had the game over, and it hit by 0.5 point, which was awesome. But I think it's coming up here soon. If you guys have time to get it in, I'm on Curry and DeAndre Fox, both over 25 points tonight. Both over. I have Fox at 2 threes, Curry at 4 threes. You put them all together, you're right around plus 400. Pretty good odds. Those guys are studs. DeAndre Fox is having a year. If you want to look for another player tonight, Sabonis rebounds. Obviously, he gets his rebounds, right? But I think you do take his over tonight because the Warriors do not know how to rebound. Kevin Looney is terrible. Draymond Green, mediocre. So definitely get in on that. That's pretty much it for the late night there, because that's the last game of the night. And then we got Thursday night football.
Yeah, Cowboys, Seahawks.
Good game
in Dallas.
Not a disappointment.
In Dallas. Well, Dallas hasn't beaten a team with as many wins as the Seahawks have this season.
Right. Ian, you got anything? I got my list. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't have anything yet. I typically look at it kind of like the day of, just to see if the line shifts at all. But I mean, I think what's the over?
So look at those there. I'm gonna try to have Ian post these pre-game, because sometimes I've come to learn when I make my bets, line moves heavy day of. If you can get good lines beforehand, it's worth doing. My biggest bet probably for Thursday night is Brandon Cooks over 37.5 receiving yards.
Ooh.
He is getting targeted heavy. CD's the one getting all the attention, which rightfully so.
Sure.
And Cooks has been catching a lot of balls. I do have the over in that game. It's at 46.5. The last I looked, I would take the over. I think Seattle can at least score, 17 points in that game.
Yeah, we're just gonna have the over.
My 2 reception people are Ferguson and Lockett. Ferguson's at 3.5, and Lockett's at 4.5. And then the only rushing person, I've been staying away from Tony Pollard this year. They're mixing that backfield up too much.
He finally had a
Charbonnet.
good fantasy.
Yeah, he had a good game. Yeah. I would take Charbonnet over 45.5 rushing.
Your boy, Jimmy.
I was just finally, bro. Finally. I mean, it just sucks. Like I was excited that he was getting his first start, but it was against fucking San Francisco. And it doesn't get much easier because Dallas isn't like terrible at protecting against the run. You know what I mean?
No, but I do like his over 45.5.
That was just like the more and more I look at it, bro. Like the only other option I would have taken, I picked 6th in the first round because I like traded for some shit. The only other option I had was to take AR, and I mean it would have been okay. I don't know. You can look back. You know, it just like I would have had no business taking CJ Stroud that early, based on like what everyone in the fucking world outside of Houston thought the Texans were going to be this year. So
yeah. It sucks because I understand that. I took Mayer over Laporta. Again, I don't really know college that well anyway, but I know Mayer was a stud. And I'm sure Laporta was a stud. And it was literally just like who do I take? And I picked the wrong
I think we've come to learn this in Dynasty too. It's obviously the player, but it's also that scheme they're going to.
Right.
So like you think about Laporta, like the scheme he went into, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Something to look at. But for Thursday night football, my biggest juice is Cooks over 25 yards, Lockett 3 catches, and the over 40 points. And that will get you right to plus 130.
There you go. I like it.
Then you ship it.
Full send?
You put his mortgage on it.
Mine?
I ain't got a mortgage. So.
Better hope that shit hits. Better hope that shit hits.
We are having a decent week, so keep after it. And we can fly through them real quick if you want. I looked at a couple of them.
No, what happened?
What? Oh no.
What happened?
He froze.
Oh.
That VHI kicking in around.
I was like, he's got the VHI set up.
Let me take a
but off. Yeah, I mean that's the biggest thing.
So scared.
I'll put that. I'm gonna have us put this on the channel tomorrow, guys, for you guys in here. I want to start getting better about our putting our locks out for you guys.
Yeah.
So we'll try to get them on the page. I'll put the actual lines I like, and then I'll also put the 3-leg lock we like. So we'll get after that.
I thought 100% that technical difficulty was McCoy. It was not. It was me.
Your face looks so scared.
Yeah. He's like, oh no. Outside of that, I know Ian, we were going to talk about over-unders. There is, for you guys out there that are a bunch of degens, there is a bet you can take the total over-under for football this week, and I would take the under.
For what, just combined points from every game?
Total points scored under. There are a bunch of weird games this week. Like, for instance, you got Atlanta, New York. You got Indy, the Titans, Detroit, the Saints. Like, Detroit scores, but Saints have a good defense. Denver and Houston. Arizona and Pittsburgh. New England and the Chargers. Like, I feel like some of the bigger offenses this week play a semi-decent defense. So, that was one thing I looked. If you guys can find it on your book, go through. Go take the under this week. So,
we're gonna beat the Cardinals 13-8 on some fucking weird shit.
And Houston's gonna beat Denver 13-10.
Go back, correct score right now, 13-8.
Yeah.
Remember, it's 25% of winners.
With Jimmy.
0 responsibility. 13-8 is not even an option, but 13-7 Oh, wait, no, not that one. Not that one. Just kidding. That's Cardinals 13-7. Let me change it.
Damn, E.
Steelers 13, Cardinals 7 is plus 18,000. Let's go throw a buck on that, baby. Make 180
Put
bucks.
the mortgage on that one, boys. Put the mortgage on
The
that one.
highest scoring over under this week is 47.5, and it's Denver and Houston.
47.5.
Dude,
And I take the under.
I mean,
Look at-
I think Houston can get there, but Denver.
look
Not
at
against
Denver,
Denver, though.
bro. I was just about to say, look
Yeah.
at Denver.
Defense.
They just hung 29 on the Browns. A very, very good defense.
Valid. Very true.
They are hot. They're just under the radar, 6-5, just itching for that fucking playoff spot, bro. That's crazy.
We talked about last
That's
week.
crazy.
Yep.
That's that team
That
that's
is
right
crazy.
there that they have it, but
Watch out
But
for
yeah,
them,
like I said,
boys.
I'll try to find it. They don't release it until normally Saturday or Sunday morning, but I would take the total under for teams.
Hold on.
You want to talk about a sweat? That's a sweat.
Sweaty spaghetti.
You got to do some real math.
Get in there.
But yeah, on the book, I think that's outside of the sports, that's what we got.
Word.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, this would be a good time to plug the Discord then, because like McCoy said, we can post this on our social medias. But if you,
Bye, John.
bye, John. Bye, John.
Hi. Oh, hi.
If
Bye.
if you want live, fast, up to date bets, and you want to talk about it, chat about it, make one together, whatever, Discord's where it's at. It's super easy. You just jump in there, message wherever. We'll see it. We'll collaborate. Make a good one. We'll share it.
Facts.
QR code right here. Right there. Well, so McCoy's gone,
Bye, John.
and that was the end of the show. So now we're in a conundrum. Do we wait for McCoy to come back, or do
Nah,
we
he'll
just
figure
end
it out. We have his number.
Well,
we have his number.
we'll give a second to real quick shout out Dubby, our one and only
Dubby!
sponsor.
Oh, no,
Unlike
just covers my
Dubby.
face. Hi, Dubby.
Yeah, look at that. Unlike with Dubby, you'll not take an L like McCoy's internet. You only take W's with Dubby.
Major L. Capital L.
Major L.
Well, I
Dubby,
was here.
if you have seen any, oh look, there's a talking M.
He said, "Oh, I was here." I fucking know you.
I turn it off. I was in the middle of posting something.
Okay. If W, if you ever see any of our stuff and you want some hot catchphrases or some great marketing material, watch our episodes. We got some great stuff.
We're your guys.
We are your guys. But we're trying to get more people to buy W. We're here. We do it every podcast. Jump on this link. Scan the QR code.
Committed.
McCoy's got kids
Stay
to feed.
plugged in.
Jimmy's got kids to feed. I don't have a kid to feed yet, but we're getting there.
Skirt.
Go buy W. 10% off. Use our code Squatchin Sports. 10% off your order. You buy $100, you save 10. Shout out Debbie. McCoy's back.
What's up,
Good talking M. But that is our
Yes.
episode. Episode 35 in the books. We're going to switch over to some Apex in about 5-10 minutes. Join us on there. Watch us clap some fools. Don't forget to join Discord.
Guys, make sure you
And,
guys join there. I'm sure Ian said it, but we will have bets heavy in there this week.
Yes. Yes, collab. You'll see it. All right. That's it. Episode 35 in the books. We got the bus episode coming up next Tuesday at 9 p.m. All right. Have a great week. See you on Tuesday.